The video transcript is a deeply inspirational and spiritually charged message that speaks of divine intervention, faith, and miraculous financial blessings scheduled to manifest imminently. It emphasizes God's unwavering presence through struggles, the power of obedience and faith as keys to unlocking extraordinary blessings, including financial restoration, healing, and personal transformation. The message reassures listeners that, despite past hardships, delays, and doubts, divine favor is activating in their lives to bring breakthrough, abundance, and peace. It encourages steadfast faith, gratitude, and surrender to God's plan, highlighting that every trial has prepared the individual for a greater purpose. The transcript also repeatedly references a mysterious 7-second brain ritual, purportedly backed by CIA research and neuroscience labs, which claims to help people erase debt and attract wealth rapidly, urging viewers to act quickly before this secret disappears. Throughout, the message intertwines spiritual exhortation with calls to faith-filled action, promising that divine restoration will overflow into every area of life and inspire others through testimony. Divine financial blessing promised to silence doubt and restore abundance. Obedience and faith are crucial to activating God's prepared miracles. Encouragement to stand resilient through trials with God's strength and peace. Assurance of divine timing, favor, and protection from unseen battles. The transformative power of faith, turning pain into testimony and overflow. Repeated mention of a 7-second brain ritual, scientifically backed, claiming to erase debt and attract wealth. The message calls for spreading hope, forgiveness, and love to others as part of the blessing. Faith and obedience as catalysts for blessing. The transcript underscores that faith alone is not enough. Obedience to divine guidance activates blessings. This spiritual principle highlights the importance of aligning actions with faith to unlock heaven's abundance, demonstrating that divine promises require human cooperation to manifest fully. This insight encourages viewers to remain hopeful despite financial struggles, inviting them to expect supernatural provision that defies natural understanding. It reflects a dynamic relationship between divine sovereignty and spiritual healing, describing the blessing not merely as material gain, but as healing of your hope. This holistic approach to blessing recognizes that true abundance includes peace, restored joy, and renewed purpose, emphasizing that material wealth is a component of a deeper restoration. Unexpected financial breakthrough. The promise of a financial miracle from an unexpected source suggests that blessings often come in surprising ways, reinforcing the need for openness and trust beyond visible circumstances. Healing beyond finances. The message connects financial restoration with emotional, divine protection, and spiritual warfare. The transcript makes frequent references to angels, spiritual authority, and the cutting off of demonic delays. This highlights the belief in an active spiritual realm influencing earthly outcomes. The assurance of divine protection provides comfort and empowerment to believers facing unseen struggles, emphasizing that their battles are being fought and won on their behalf. Transformation through trials. The narrative reframes hardships as preparation for future glory. This insight encourages a perspective shift from seeing trials as setbacks to viewing them as divine shaping tools that build resilience, character, and readiness for greater responsibility and blessing. The 7-second brain ritual phenomenon. Interspersed throughout the message is a recurring mention of a 7-second brain ritual supposedly verified by CIA and neuroscience labs, which claims to rewire the brain to attract wealth effortlessly. This introduces a modern, science-backed element, promising practical, rapid change in financial status. It portrays the recipient not only as a beneficiary, but also as a vessel of divine love and light, tasked with inspiring faith and hope in others. This encourages patience and trust in God's sovereign schedule, reminding listeners that although the natural perspective may see delays as setbacks, the spiritual perspective understands them as orchestrated for maximum benefit. This insight supports perseverance and hope during periods of waiting. It calls for alignment with this divine purpose, promising that such alignment will bring clarity, strength, and fulfillment. This insight inspires intentional living grounded in spiritual truth and mission, encouraging believers to remain steadfast in their faith journey. This insight highlights the reciprocal nature of spiritual blessings, where personal breakthrough fuels communal upliftment. This highlights the spiritual principle that words carry creative power and that faith, expressed through speech, activates unseen realities, motivating active participation in the miraculous process. It blends spiritual hope with a seemingly empirical method, appealing to viewers seeking tangible solutions alongside faith. However, the repeated urgency to access this secret before it disappears suggests a marketing tactic designed to prompt immediate action. Community and testimony as multipliers of blessing. The message emphasizes sharing the word, helping others, and spreading compassion as ways to multiply blessings. Divine timing and assurance. The transcript repeatedly assures that the timing of blessings is perfect, and divine delays are actually protections. Unconditional divine love and presence. The overarching theme stresses that God's love is unwavering, ever-present, and intimately involved in every detail of the believer's life. This foundational truth offers comfort, security, and motivation to continue the journey of faith, knowing that divine companionship transcends all hardships, doubts, and fears. It reminds listeners that their worth and identity are rooted in this divine love, rather than external circumstances or opinions. Purpose-driven life and divine calling. The transcript challenges the listener to see their life as having a higher, eternal purpose beyond mere survival or success. Power of words and prayer. The message stresses that speaking faith-filled words, praying as if blessings are already received, and declaring God's promises aloud are powerful acts that ignite transformation. Restoration and multiplication. The promise is not just restoration, but multiplication, losses returned sevenfold, and blessings overflowing to impact others. This amplifies the hope from mere recovery to abundant growth, encouraging believers to anticipate not only personal benefit, but also the ability to bless and uplift their communities. Asterisk, integration of spiritual and practical elements. Asterisk, the transcript S, blending of spiritual encouragement with references to scientific validation represents a modern approach to faith messaging that seeks to connect spiritual hope with practical, rooted in themes of obedience, resilience, and divine timing. It also introduces a contemporary 7-second brain ritual as a practical tool for wealth attraction, blending spiritual and scientific narratives. The message calls for active faith, gratitude, and community engagement, promising that the season of struggle is ending and a new era of overflow and purpose is beginning. It provides a comprehensive spiritual roadmap for transformation, emphasizing God's unchanging love, protection, and the fulfillment of divine promises through unwavering trust and obedience. This integration appeals to a wider audience by addressing both spiritual and rational dimensions of human experience. This video transcript delivers a powerful message of hope, faith, and divine intervention designed to inspire, encourage, and activate believers towards expecting and receiving miraculous financial and personal breakthroughs. Thank you for going on this journey with me today. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and share your biggest takeaway in the comments below. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.